Hey there, everybody. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Tally Faye. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday today. It's nice here right now anyway. We've been having those Texas thunderstorms that roll off in here like clockwork every afternoon or late evening and stuff. And it was a pretty nasty one last night. We lost a big old tree limb out front across the driveway. But anyway, everything else was good. So hopefully, I think they're backing off as time goes by. But anyway, ain't nothing we can do about it but give it to the good Lord. So I hope everybody's doing good today. Me and Buzz are hooked up with some of this vegetable stuff going on. And this is what I love about my Buzz, y'all. He's my grocery shopper. How many of you fellas will go grocery shopping for you and do all that for you? Isn't that, I love it. I love it because I don't want to do it. He'll go, he likes it because he's tight and he'll check all them prices and stuff. It makes me laugh, y'all. I love it. I love my Buzz. He's so good like that. But anyway, he's going to get our grocery stuff this morning. And I'm getting everything ready here in the house. And of course, I know woo, Lordy, but we're fixing to be busy. As soon as he gets home, he's going to be picking corn. We're going to be shucking corn this evening and putting up corn. And I'm fixing to get ready. He's picking the stuff up for me. These beautiful heads of cabbage he grew, y'all. We have so many of them. We're having to give them away to the kids and stuff and all that. But anyway, one of the things I like to do, my little sister taught me a long time ago how to make these homemade egg rolls. And I make them and put them up in the freezer. So today I'm going to grind me up one head of cabbage. And I'm going to try to get that done before he gets back, because then I can start doing the rest of the processing stuff I'm going to need to, right? But y'all, here's one of my funnest things. Y'all know I live in the past, right? Look at this old, this thing is, it's from the 70s. It's from the 70s. I can't even read what it's saying on there, what brand this is. But anyway, y'all, the whole thing is, I love this old chopper. And it's got different blades, right, that goes in here. And I have yet to find a new chopper that does this blade size right here that this one does for me. I don't know what I'm going to do when this old thing burns out. I try to be easy with it and take care of it, because nothing chops this size that I want on this blade. And I got the food processors with the, little circular blades on them and stuff, and they all got different. None of them are this, y'all. This works so perfect for making my homemade chow chow and for making these egg rolls. So I am going to get this ready. So the first thing I got to do is just get my cabbage cut up in hunks so I can get it in this little chopper. Y'all, this cabbage is so beautiful this year. So I just take it and I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to get the heart out of the main, just down there by the stem area. And I'm just going to cut it in big enough, small enough, I guess, chunks, so that I can drop them in this food processor. So let me get that done and I'll be right back. Okay, now, just like that, I got it done. See, that doesn't take but just a few minutes, and I've got my cabbage grated up. So now, see, I got a mess everywhere. It slings cabbage and stuff. You're gonna have it everywhere. What did I tell y'all? Messes are made for cleaning up. Ain't nothing but a thing. It ain't nothing but a thing, y'all. So I'm going to get my little blade out of here and get it rinsed off and ready for when Buzz gets home, and I get my carrots and stuff to, my carrots, because y'all, I don't put no onion in my egg rolls. I don't put no onion in my egg rolls. It's going to be cabbage, carrots, pork, and y'all, he's just going to bring me home. He should bring me home just what you do is you buy that little old pack of them breakfast pork chops. That's what I do. buy the little, that meat tray of the breakfast pork chops, the elongated one. Family pack, I guess that's what it's called, not elongated. Whatever, it's a tally-fay word. You get the elongated pack, okay? And you are gonna chop those up in little bitty, I just get my knife and I just chop them all up in little bitty bite-sized pieces. And we're gonna cook that in the skillet and stuff. And then we're gonna do our cabbage and carrots in there. And then we're gonna roll us up some egg rolls and fry them. So, I'll be back. Alright, so Buzz made it back with all the groceries. So, right now, y'all, I'm gonna start off with just a couple of carrots. It really doesn't take a lot of them, okay? And in a way, you can get too many, so you got, you know, kind of sort of have to be careful. And you look at it by color, right? You know, think about what an egg roll looks like when you get one, and that you just see, you know, the little speckles of it in there, kind of, sort of. Kind of, like I say, just kind of like in coleslaw. It's the same concept there. But I'm just going to scrape me a couple of them. And it makes a lot, so I mean, I may not even need that. I'll end up munching on the carrot you know, if I have too much of it. Because you'll see how I do it. Okay. That's good enough there. Let me scoot that out of the way. I'm going to nip these ends off. Run over here and wash it off real quick. Get my little handy dandy old time chopper ready. I'm sorry, y'all. I just love this old thing. I do. I just love it. Okay, look. I'm just going to take me just some hunks, kind of like that. Okay. And kind of toss this around and see what I think. You see what I'm talking about the color part of it, where you kind of eyeball the mixture. I mean, you can put as much in there as you want, right? If you like lots of carrots in it, put them in there. I'm going to put me a few more in there. Just a few, though. Because they do, the carrots do add a sweetness to that, you know, that bitter thing that a cabbage has to it. I'm going to do these ones on this littler end. Okay. That's all the carrot I want in mine. So we've got grated up cabbage and carrot together. And this is ready to go in our skillet when we get ready to put it in there. Okay? Let me show it to you up close. So see, it don't take much. I mean, that was 1.5 carrots to a head of cabbage. See? Look how pretty that is. And it's so fresh and delicious, y'all. Ain't nothing like it, y'all, fresh out of that garden. Woo! Okay. Now, let me see how I'm going to do this. Let me get set up. Okay, y'all, so I've decided on about 6 of these breakfast chops. Now, see, some of them are pretty good size. I mean, they're thin like we want, but, you know, that's not a little pork chop there. But I'm going to do 6 of them just for grins, okay? You know, like I say, how meaty do you like them? Do you like lots of pork in them? You know, do the whole pack. There's 1, 2, 3 of them left in here. And I'll just do something else with those for Buzz and I one day. You know, it ain't like they won't be used. So, I'm just cutting it out around this bone. Trimming it close as I can get it there. You need you a good sharp knife for this, y'all. And it'll cut right through it. Makes the trimming easy. Ain't nothing but a thing. And there it is, that fat in the bone right there. So now, I've got all the pork chop meat I want here, okay? So I'm going to take, I like to pile up about 2 or 3 of them. If my knife's good and sharp, I'll be able to do it like this, and so it don't take but a minute. Y'all, I did try one time using one of those choppers to chop this meat up, and it just chops it up too little. It's just too little. So, see, I'm just going to take it, and I just do it like this. Thin little strips. Let me show y'all. See that? That's how thin I'm cutting them, like that. And see, I can do it, you know, pretty quick with having them piled up like that. Alright. And now I'm just going to take it and turn it. And now I'm going to cut it in little bitty little bites. Little bitty, I don't know what you call that. What do you call that? I can't think of the word right now, because it ain't bite-sized pieces. It's littler than what I call a bite-sized piece, right? It's diced. It's almost diced, right? But not down little bitty. Like I say, that chopper, any chopper I've ever tried to cheat and use it in, it just cuts it up too little. This way, when you're cooking it, it stays together in a little hunk, like within your egg roll. Okay, so basically that's it there. I'm gonna get my pile of pork chop meat cut up, and we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so I've got all my meat cut up, and that's about how much I want, y'all. Like I say, that's about 6 of those good breakfast pork chops. Okay, it's however much meat you want in it. You know, you have to kind of eyeball that. I'll show you how we're going to eyeball that anyway along the way. But I've got me a big skillet going here, y'all. You need you a big skillet, okay? And I'm getting it hot. I'm going to put me just a splash of oil in here. I want some oil for my, yeah, okay, that'll work. Can you see that? How much anyway, it's the bottom of it's covered good, okay? And I can tell it's hot already. So I'm going to go ahead and get my meat in there. Get it spread out here. Okay. Now, we're not trying to like brown this, okay? And I'm going to put very little salt in here because we're going to sprinkle some soy sauce all in it, right? A little bit of pepper, just a little. Season this meat up a little bit where it ain't so bland, okay? Let's let this meat get kind of, not seared, but anyway, kind of cooked it a little bit on the outside before we dump this soy sauce in there. You'll see the bite sizes I've got compared to like maybe on that spatula. Maybe that kind of helps you on figuring that out. Okay, now this is cooled my skillet down here. I got my fire on hot, y'all, on high. Alright, there's my meat pieces. I'm going to let them cook just a little bit, and then we're going to take us some soy sauce. This is the dark soy sauce, okay? Whatever kind of soy sauce you want. I'll tell you, I would love to use the teriyaki sauce in mine. I love teriyaki sauce, but Buzz ain't a fan. He loves soy sauce though. So, and I like both of them. So if in that case, I'll just sprinkle me some teriyaki sauce on my egg roll if I want to. But we're gonna get them cooking a little bit. Give them just a few minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll sprinkle some soy sauce on them here in a second. Okay, kind of let some of that water cook out of that meat, right? Let some of that water get out of there and cook out of your skillet. So now, y'all, these are cooked already. Just about cooked through and through, but, and I said not brown, but I don't know how, anyway, a little bit maybe on the edges. But we're going to take us some soy sauce now. How much do you like soy sauce, right? Okay. So we're going to really flavor our pork up with this soy sauce. You add, really and truly, you add as much to it as you want, you know. And y'all know that's going to make that meat very salty, right? But we're fixing to throw all that cabbage and stuff in there. And that will level out on your saltiness. But right now, let's just let this meat cook in that for a minute. Let that soy sauce cook down some there with it. Let it cook. Okay, can you kind of sort of see that my soy sauce is thickening up in there now? I've been letting it cook for, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. Something like that. That's all that was a couple 3 minutes. That's getting thick in there. Your meat's done. You don't want to cook your meat, overcook it, because it's pork, right? And it'll just be dried out little hunks if you know, if you're not careful. So now we've got it to the point we want it. Y'all, that soy sauce smells so good in there. Okay, now I have my pan of my cabbage, and I'm fixing to start just putting it in here with it. Stir it in a little bit. Get it mixed up with my cabbage good. Look at that. Y'all already know that's delicious, don't you? You could eat it just like that, right? We'll get this out of this old pan here. Okay. Alright, now, let's get this stirred around in here and all distributed evenly. It's some good stuff, y'all. But see, really, what I've done is easy so far. All you did was grate you some cabbage, grated you a head of cabbage, and grated you a couple carrots, depending on the size of them, right? set that to the side. Cut you up a couple of, cut you up a 6 or so nice sized breakfast pork chops, and you're ready to go. And you just take them and start cooking those little bites of your pork chop meat in a, in a little, just a little bit of oil. Season it up a little bit with your very, 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 very little salt and just a little bit of pepper, just to give that meat some flavor, right? And then that's when you put the real flavor to it, and that's your soy sauce. So put your soy sauce in there in your meat, and then let it cook for a minute. Let that soy sauce kind of, cook down and get thick in there a little bit. And once it does that, then you just dump your thing of cabbage. But like I say, it's important to know you got to have a big skillet for it. Otherwise, take some of your meat out of there and dump half of your cabbage in there and cook it like we're doing right now, and then you'll just take it up in a bowl, and then in the same skillet throw the rest of that meat back in there and the other half of your cabbage pan, okay? If you don't have the skillet to hold it, and then you just dump all of it together in one big bowl, because we're going to have to let it cool down before we can put it in the egg roll wrappers. I'm going to have to take y'all off of that thing so y'all can see this up close, ain't I? Let me get my phone here. Okay. Can y'all see it like that? Look at that. You know that's good, don't you? I'm telling you it's good. If you like pork egg rolls, and listen, you can do this with any, if you want other vegetables in there, you can put them in there. Grate them up with your cabbage and your carrots. If you like other things in there. If you know of other seasons like the rice wine stuff or whatever and all that, I don't have to have all that. These are good without it, I'm telling you. I've never had anybody not love these. My little sister taught me this recipe years ago, and she can still make them better than I can, but I can make them good though. So we're going to let this cook, and then I'll take it up here in a few. Alrighty, y'all. So my filling is cooled. I have my egg roll wrappers. Where's it at? See, these are the ones I get. I know there's different ones or whatever, but I get these, and these are the, the packages come. You get these big ones or these smaller ones. Well, them smaller ones are for those spring rolls. These are egg rolls, not spring rolls. And besides that, I don't make nothing little, right? So I want the big ones. And I make big egg rolls. I had to do me a couple of them practice before I showed y'all, but see? Let me put it down here. See? There they are. Just like that, y'all. It's so easy. It's so easy, y'all. Okay, look. Alright, I got my little mat here. And another thing is, if you've never done this or whatever, these little layers of these egg roll wrappers, these things are paper thin, y'all. They are paper thin. Look, you can almost see my hand through there. You probably could if I had the right light on it. But anyway, I just lay it down like this. I got me a little bowl of water, and I go around all four edges. Just wipe it down with your finger, just like that. Slap, 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 slap. Okay? And now, how big do you want your egg rolls? This, y'all, to me, this is the hardest part of making the egg rolls, is making these things roll upright. But okay, so see, I take it, and like I say, I make mine bigger than most people, so I don't know, whatever you want to do on that. But I take it and I put it on the, leave this little corner here, and you take that, and you fold it over, and then you kind of come back with it where it tightens up in there, right? Tuck any of your little loose stuff out, And if you got some corner, you know, you'll have to look at it, but you fold it. You just want to keep folding it in where there's no openings, okay? So fold that over. I'm going to take this one and fold it over like that. And then you just take it and roll it on. And tap it a little bit and make those edges go together. See, I didn't get it wet enough there to make it stick. You want it to stick. But then there you go, okay? Egg roll. I've got my grease getting hot over there because I'm going to show y'all how I do them. Now, listen, when I told y'all that I fry them up for the freezer, when I fry them for the freezer, I don't fry them all the way, right? Because I told you I get them out and let them thaw out just a little bit, and then I refry them. So when I fry them up for the freezer, I don't fry them all the way browned, right? I mean, that makes sense, or to me it does. So just remember that if you're going to make some to put up in the freezer, you know, don't fry them all the way. Fry them lightly. There we go. Y'all know I'm always searching for words. Okay, there's my little pile in there. Bring my corner over. Pull it back to tighten it a little bit. Tuck any loose stuff up in there, and I'm going to try to fold that little corner in and over. Seal it off. Same thing on this side. Just whatever you got to do to fold that little corner in. And then there you are, and then you're ready to roll. Just like that. Okay? Now, let me check my grease, y'all. I bet my grease is hot. I'm going to just take this off of here so that I do not have to try to do that. Let me change the camera around. Okay. I'm going to take these. I got 3 of them here. Let me see. And you put the folded side down, y'all, okay? The part you end up with, let me see. There you go. See, you can see it. You put that side down first. And now my grease is hot, but it's not burning hot because I don't want to burn my crust on there, my egg roll wrapper. Let me get me a little plate here. Y'all have got dishes everywhere, but I've got them clean. Look at that. I've got a pile of them. They're washed and ready. I'm staying on top of it. Let me get a little plate here. I'm just going to set it down for a second. I don't even know if y'all can even see that, but hold on. Get me a couple paper towels. Pair of forks here because I'm better with forks, but I got my tongs ready. Okay, now let me show y'all. Okay, and y'all can see about how deep my grease is. I don't deep fry mine. I'm sure. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. See there? So I'm going to turn it over real easy. Look at them. Y'all know that is so delicious. Gonna be some kind of delicious. So I'm just gonna fry these up until I get them to the golden brown that I want on them. Because you know, your filling's done, right? Let them sit there a minute. I just don't like for mine to get too, I don't know. You have to find your happy place, right, with your brownness on them. And it just takes practice a little bit on that. I'm going to flip them one more time like this, and then get them the brownness done on that side I want, and then I'll flip them one more time, and the brownness done on that I want, y'all. Okay, y'all, this is where you don't play around. I've been steadily wrapping these boogers up, right? Get it on there, get your water on there, get them loaded. You don't want to, if you're doing it by yourself, you got to stay focused and get it done, because you don't want your egg roll wrappers to dry out. Because when they fry, it makes some kind of old hard I don't know, the crust just ain't right on them, okay? So you got to get on after it. This is, you know, if anytime you can, it's always better to have you a helper with egg rolls. It's just, you know, I've done it so many times, you know, I can make it happen. But I'm just saying that if you, you know, just don't be playing around. That's all there is to it. So see, I got me 4 of them going now, right? I'm rolled. I'm fixing to drop them over here. Oh, y'all can't see me. Let me see. I'm fixing to drop them over here in my grease. The folded side down, right? Just like you would on a burrito. If you're just frying it. Okay? Now, what I want to show y'all real quick, because I got a minute here. This is the finished product, y'all. Look at this. Look how big these egg rolls are. You can only eat 2 or 3 of them. Unless you're Buzz or somebody. The boys can pick out on these. Y'all, my daddy loved these. My daddy loved these egg rolls. Almost makes me want to cry thinking about it. He'll be gone a year coming up. But anyway, egg rolls. Tally Faye egg rolls, y'all. Really, they're Cindy K egg rolls. But this is how we're going to eat these, right? And what I'm wanting to show you is this is how far along I fry them for putting in the freezer. See what I'm saying? See, it's got the crust on it, but it's not browned. That way, and then I'm going to let them cool really good. I'll just leave them sitting out here draining and let them cool. And when they're cooled, then you just bag them up flat, lay them out flat. You can get, I don't know how many in a gallon Ziploc baggie, and seal them off and lay them in the freezer just like this. And when you're ready to eat egg rolls, you can go in there and get out however many you want, and you heat your grease up and you let them thaw out just a little bit. They don't have to be thawed completely, but you want them to thaw out just a little bit. Give them a little bit of time. But anyway, then drop them in that grease and finish frying that crust, and the inside finishes. That's how you do it, y'all. But look at that again, see? That's about as far along as I take it when I'm getting them ready for the freezer. But if we're going to eat them, there's the golden brown goodness. So I got to keep working, y'all. I'm about to the end of this. These packages don't always have the same amount of wrappers in them. So this one had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 wrappers in it. So I got 14 egg rolls out of that. And y'all look, I still have this much left. But I'm telling you, if you run out of wrappers, put this in a gallon Ziploc baggie and freeze it. And when you're ready to make more egg rolls, get it out, let it thaw out, and you can make egg rolls out of it, and it is just like if you made it. I've done it, okay? So I'm going to keep working on my egg rolls here. Try to finish this thing up, y'all. All right, y'all, there they are. We're fixing to chow down on them. I broke one in half so y'all could see how they look. I'm over here by the... There we go. Look at that. Check that out. That's it, y'all. That's some goodness. Y'all try it. Don't be scared. Egg rolls are easy, and they're delicious. And it don't cost too much to make them, neither. So, y'all take it easy and do good, and we'll see you next time in the kitchen with Tally Faye.